And doing that, I just felt like it was disrespectful to me, to my relationship. It just was, period, the end. But I think I've endured so much disrespect, and I still do to this day.
This isn't just another headline about Hailey and Justin Bieber. It cuts far deeper than the usual celebrity relationship drama. Behind the polished Instagram posts, glamorous red carpet appearances, and stunning magazine covers lies a reality Hailey Baldwin Bieber has kept under wraps for years. The truth? Hailey didn't just step into fame by marrying Justin. She's been relentlessly grinding to earn her place in the modeling world, constantly overlooked and overshadowed by household names like Kendall Jenner and Gigi Hadid. For years, she was treated like a side character in other people's stories. So when she finally landed her own solo Vogue cover, a dream she fought hard to achieve, it should have been a career-defining moment. Instead, Justin Bieber, her own husband, hijacked the spotlight. Rather than celebrating her win, Justin posted a tone-deaf Instagram caption that dragged up an old argument between them, saying, "Yo, this reminds me when Hailey and I got into a huge fight. I told Hailey she would never be on the cover of Vogue. Yikes, I know." He admitted it was mean and even reflected on how he once felt the need to get even in their arguments. But the damage was done. That caption instantly shifted the narrative, from Hailey's triumph to Justin's ego. Fans weren't just disappointed, they were outraged. Comments flooded in, calling him cold and unsupportive. One user wrote, "Who needs enemies when they have a husband like you?" Another said, "Hailey doesn't need new haters, she's got one at home." To many, his actions didn't just seem insensitive, they felt emotionally abusive. What stung more was that this wasn't a one-time thing. Over the years, Justin has repeatedly embarrassed Hailey in public, brushing off her affection, mocking her in memes, and even posting a photo of a kid giving 5 middle fingers with the caption, "POV, me behind my girlfriend after she makes me mad." At one point, he even told her not to touch him in front of paparazzi cameras. Fans began questioning whether this was a real marriage or just another PR relationship with staying together for the kids' energy. And while Justin issued a quick apology for the Vogue incident, many felt it was too little, too late. His actions had already revealed what words tried to hide, a pattern of minimizing Hailey's achievements and putting himself first. The question remains, why does he keep doing this? Why diminish the woman he married when she's finally stepping into her own light?
You know, am I on top of this person too much? Is he sick of me? It's like, because then...
You're just honest, babe. I can't, don't touch me right now. Like, not right now, but I'm just
Oh,
saying.
I thought you were being serious.
No, just in general. That just happens sometimes.
The pattern has become impossible to ignore, and now fans are asking the one question nobody ever dared to say out loud. Is Justin Bieber deliberately sabotaging Hailey's career from the inside out? It might sound dramatic, but when you step back and look at the way things have played out, it starts to feel a little too intentional. To understand the full picture, you have to know Hailey's journey in the modeling world, because it's never been an easy ride. Yes, she carries the Baldwin name, but in the cutthroat world of high fashion, that only gets you so far. If you're not 6 feet tall, walking like you were born on a runway, and hanging in the same elite cliques as the Hadids and the Jenners, the industry isn't exactly rolling out the red carpet. Hailey has opened up about this herself, how her modeling career was a slow grind, not an overnight Cinderella story. It was frustrating, lonely. She often felt like she was constantly trying to prove herself in an industry that didn't think. She measured up. And when you're constantly standing beside friends like Kendall Jenner, Gigi Hadid, and Bella Hadid, models who practically embody the fashion standard, those insecurities only grow louder. Hailey wasn't just feeling outshined emotionally, she was made to feel it physically. She didn't fit the typical mold, and the fashion world made sure she knew it. Every casting call, every campaign she didn't land, every comparison, it all added up. So when she finally got her big moment, her solo Vogue cover, the last thing she needed was her husband dimming her light. And yet, that's exactly what happened.
It honestly just took a lot of trial and error. Some of the products that are now out in the final products, they took 16 rounds of reformulation.
This wasn't some quiet battle with insecurity or a moment of imposter syndrome. This was flat-out rejection. Industry insiders, editors, and so-called gatekeepers actually questioned whether Hailey Bieber was even a real model. Let that sink in. Despite starting her hustle as a teenager, working relentlessly to book major campaigns, and walking for top-tier designers, she was still brushed off like just another influencer who lucked out by marrying a superstar. And then came her moment. The solo Vogue cover. It should have been her hard-earned victory, the mic drop that silenced every critic. But instead of standing beside her and letting her have that moment, Justin Bieber did what he's been accused of doing too many times. He made it about himself. A backhanded Instagram caption referencing an old fight where he once told her she'd never be on the cover of Vogue completely overshadowed her milestone. It was meant to show growth, but all fans saw was a man who once doubted his wife, now reminding the world of it on her big day. And the worst part? When it comes to others, especially exes, Justin's shown more public support. Fans were quick to bring receipts. Remember when Kendall Jenner landed her Vogue cover back in 2016? Justin reposted it with a simple, loving message. "Congrats, Ken. You look beautiful." No shade, no jokes, just pure support. But when it came to Hailey, he referenced the moment he tore her down and called it growth. One viral tweet even said he showed more love in a DM to the girl he cheated with than in a caption for his own wife. And it doesn't end there. Behind the filtered selfies and glam events, people close to the couple say things get messy. Insiders claim their fights are loud, personal, and when Justin loses his temper, he goes straight for Hailey's weak spot, her career. He's allegedly said things that cut deep, questioning her success and worth, only to apologize later. And every time, Hailey forgives him. But how many cycles does it take before the damage sticks? Add to that Justin's increasingly erratic public behavior, and fans are worried. Rumors are flying about a mental health spiral, sparked by betrayal, from people in his inner circle who allegedly mishandled his finances. While his team insists he's clean and stable, recent clips tell a different story. At Hailey's pop-up event, fans noticed Justin behaving strangely, rambling, overly amped, and totally disconnected. In another video, he's freestyling online, with lyrics like, "I fly high like a magpie, I go high like a bad guy," leaving fans more confused than impressed. Then came Coachella 2025. One clip shows him possibly smoking something, while Hailey rushes to grab his younger half-brother and remove him from the scene. But Justin? He just kept dancing like nothing happened, and to everyone watching, it felt like a red flag flapping in the wind. The backlash was swift and brutal. Once again, Hailey found herself doing damage control, stepping in like she always does when Justin unravels in public. This time, she took him to Disneyland, probably hoping that a day at the so-called happiest place on earth would lift his spirits. But instead of smiling selfies and sweet couple moments, what surfaced were heartbreaking photos of Justin looking miserable. Slouched shoulders, empty stares, he looked anything but happy. And Hailey, you could tell she was trying so hard to hold it together, to be his rock. But behind that patient smile was a woman who looked exhausted, mentally, emotionally, spiritually drained. Hailey's own words confirmed it. "I'm fragile. I'm insecure. I've had more days than I can count where I've scrolled through Instagram comparing myself to everyone else." She said that shortly after Justin posted a tearful video of himself crying. Some say it was the weight of fame and anxiety. Others whispered something darker, that he'd just found out Hailey was pregnant and wasn't ready. If that rumor holds even a sliver of truth, it adds a whole new layer of emotional chaos. Fans are beyond fed up. After years of watching the subtle digs, emotional distance, and lack of real support, they're finally speaking out loud. This doesn't look like love. It doesn't feel safe. It doesn't feel healthy. Even people within Hailey's circle seem to be catching on. Her friends, like Kim Kardashian and Kylie Jenner, flooded her Vogue post with love and praise, celebrating her big moment. Meanwhile, Justin? He spiraled into another emotional rant, completely missing the chance to uplift his wife. And then, Selena. Out of nowhere, Selena Gomez liked a Roadskin post featuring Hailey. The internet exploded. A few hours later, Selena posted something cryptic about cheering someone on, and fans instantly started connecting dots. Was Selena subtly showing support for Hailey? If so, the message was clear. Even Justin's ex seems more emotionally supportive than he is. Now, things are taking a darker turn. Fans aren't just talking about emotional neglect anymore. They're starting to bring up something far more disturbing: allegations of physical abuse. If even a fraction of what's being whispered is true, the world might be seeing a side of Justin Bieber it was never supposed to see. Let's rewind to 2017, Ecuador. According to multiple reports, Hailey was filming Justin on her phone when something shifted. Witnesses say he got agitated, allegedly grabbed her arms, pushed her, and she fell. Girls nearby said they were scared. He got that aggressive. And that incident? It's not alone. There's also that infamous clip where he appears to hit Hailey in public, on camera. No shame, no fear, just raw anger. Then there's the video in Las Vegas. Justin is seen walking ahead, fast and animated, yelling while Hailey trails behind in silence. People called it a red flag. Others didn't hold back, calling it textbook abuser behavior, love bombing behind closed doors, tearing her down in public. And the most haunting part? If this is how he treats her when the cameras are watching, what could possibly be happening when they're not? Another fan-captured moment only added fuel to the fire. In the clip, Justin exits a car, clearly agitated, and without even glancing back, slams the door shut right before Hailey can step out. The sound is jarring, but what's worse is the symbolism. No hand held out to help her, no pause to wait for her, just a door in her face, literally. Fans were quick to point it out, saying it felt like a metaphor for their entire relationship. Justin walking ahead, shutting things down, while Hailey is left behind, trying to catch up.
What up, Jay? What's up, Justin? Good morning, Justin.
And that's when the conversation took a chilling turn. Fans started using the phrase humiliation ritual, suggesting that what we've been watching isn't just relationship drama, but a public unraveling carefully masked as love. That Justin isn't just failing to support Hailey, he's emotionally breaking her down in real time, in front of millions. What makes this theory hit even harder is the fact that Hailey has been incredibly open about how deeply all of it affects her. She's admitted that the endless rumors, the breakup headlines, the fake pregnancy buzz, the whispers about moving countries or being miserable, don't just bounce off. She tried to convince herself they would hurt less with time, but they didn't. If anything, the pressure just got heavier, and it's not just internet noise. Even in the middle of her success, shooting campaigns, expanding her skincare brand, working behind the scenes to build her name, there's this constant undercurrent that she's not enough, that without Justin, she wouldn't even be relevant. So when he overshadows her biggest moments, whether intentionally or not, it reinforces the cruelest narrative of all, that she's only half of something, never whole on her own. But Hailey's not just sitting back and taking it. She's speaking up more, trying to reclaim her identity, her power, her brand. Because make no mistake, she is the brand too. And yet, every time she tries to stand in her own light, Justin's behavior seems to cast a shadow. Now, Justin himself has admitted to his inner battles. He once said that when people praise him, he feels like a fraud, confessing that if they knew his real thoughts, his selfishness, or how judgmental he can be, they wouldn't say he deserved anything. He even owned up to tearing others down when he feels unworthy. So maybe that Vogue moment, where he dragged up an old fight and reminded the world he once told Hailey she'd never land a cover, wasn't really about her. Maybe it was his. Shame talking. But even if that's true, it's not an excuse. Because whether consciously or not, Justin keeps turning Hailey's biggest wins into her biggest letdowns. Like when he quietly deleted that controversial caption and replaced it with a random string of emojis. Shrugs, finger hearts, a teary smile. What was that even supposed to mean? Meanwhile, Hailey just took it again. And now we've come full circle. This isn't just about one Instagram post or one awkward fight. This is about emotional burnout, potential career sabotage, and a woman possibly being pushed out of the industry she fought tooth and nail to be in. Sources say Hailey's been stepping back, skipping runway shows, focusing more on road, leaning into entrepreneurship. Why? Because being a model means being seen. And every time she steps into the spotlight, Justin seems to dim it. That Vogue cover, it should have been her rebirth. Instead, it might have been her breaking point. Will she walk away from modeling entirely? No one knows. But what we do know is this. Hailey has survived a decade of public scrutiny, private heartbreak, and emotional whiplash. And somehow, she's still showing up, still working, still smiling, but for how long? So now we ask the hard question. Was this ever really love? Or was this slow, subtle sabotage wrapped in the language of support? Because between the silent treatment during her highs, the loud confessions during her lows, and the pattern of minimizing her value, Justin might be showing the world something Hailey hasn't said out loud, that the person who says he loves you might also be the one holding you back. If you're still with us, you're the real MVP. Now we want to hear from you. Do you think Justin is intentionally sabotaging Hailey's modeling career, or is this just one messy love story riddled with red flags? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives just like this.